Hey y'all, this is Cindy. I'm the Tireless Tangler, and you've arrived with me at day 50 of the 100 Days of Zentangle Project 2020. Amazing! We have gotten halfway through our journey already, and today's tangle is going to be Take Heart. It is perfect for today. It is by Canadian CZT, Cherryl Moote, and apparently, according to Tangle Patterns, this tangle was designed for another CZT friend of Cheryl's who had a child in distress medically, and she was just had this on her heart while she was doodling hearts, and here we go. So let's take a look here. Just some examples. There are dozens and dozens of ways to embellish this or do it in separate ways, which is one of the reasons I picked this today. I know you guys love the embellishing, as do I. The basic shape is a heart, and it's done with a circle or a dot or an orb in the middle, and you can change the place you put that orb and decorate to your heart's content. So let's take a look. Of course, I'm not going to be using a string today because I wanted to do one great big heart for you guys. So let's step this out and let me show you how it's done, and then we'll get to the decorating portion of today's video, which I know we are all looking for. So I'm going to put a rather largish heart on my tile. I just realized that in Cheryl's step out, there is something really cool mentioned here while I'm drawing this heart. I want to tell you that when we put in the next few strokes, she is looking at these as sending hugs from one person to the next. And when I first looked up the step out on this, I was not able to see it because I was on my phone. And so I wanted you guys to know that here in this next step, she looks at these, as I call them, well strokes. She looks at these as ways of sending a hug from me to you. So I am sending a hug from me to you with that stroke. And then we're going to shift our tile, and I'm going to send you back, or you're going to send me back a hug. Okay? And then we're going to make a third one, and together we're going to send out a hug to someone new. Just curl it right up there on that line along the natural curve of the line you've already drawn. And we are sending out a joint hug to someone new. Isn't that beautiful? Let's do this. Another thing that you can do with this, ooh, that was better, wasn't it? Is move this circle around in your heart, and you can play with it to your heart's content. I have moved it into several positions and to varying degrees. What I find the most pleasing is to put it right up here at the top. And I'm just going to black this one in. You do not have to, that is up to you. And then I'm going to make my well stroke down here to the tip. All right, then I'm going to come from here, turn this, I'm going to come from here like that. Now I really like this configuration. It makes it look, if you shade it correctly, it can make it look like this is a hole. We could also do an eddy purr in here, like this. And just like in eddy purr, you need to point your lines at the tip or the center. Okay, so that's another thing, and we can just lock that here. Now, I love the way that looks. I just love it. That's, however, my idea, my thing that I want to try, and I want you guys to do what you want to do. So I'm going to start to fill these with echo lines. And I'm going to start here with this one. I'm going to go ahead and black my little orb. Again, this is a personal choice. You do not have to. But I kind of like the way that it looks when everything else is curling around it. All right. So I think for, let's see. So on this first one, I'm going to fill it with echo lines the way she has in the step out. And I think I'm going to start right here and slowly bring that stroke down to a point here. And then I'm going to add another one, taking my time, remembering to breathe. Now, you really can't get this wrong. You can turn these lines whatever way you want. You can leave them out and replace them with some other tangle. You can just do whatever, but this is the way it is on the step out. All right. And this is just supposed to be pure relaxation and fun. What I'm doing now is not part of the step out. And I want you guys to take time to do your own thing. As always, you are welcome to mimic what I do, always, always. But I really want you to come to the place where you are able to let go and try your own ideas. I think that is a wonderful, free place to be. Okay, so now what do I want to do over here? So she did a, is it a drua or a dillo or something like that with a D? There's a tangle that starts with a little loop, and you just echo that loop, gradually getting larger. One of you guys drop the name of this for me. I think it's, is it Drua? I don't remember. Sometimes I think that when I think of the name of a tangle, I think, wow, can't believe I remembered that. And then for the next 2 hours, I'm wondering, is that really the name of that, or am I just making it up? So some of you will understand where I'm coming from on that. Sort of like, you know, when you're spelling a word you spelled 1 billion times in your life, and all of a sudden one day it just looks wrong. Okay, maybe I'm the only one that happens to, but I doubt it. Okay, so that is, we'll find out in comments what that is. Now, you could stripe these or not. This is entirely up to you. And so now I'm going to put more. I could do these in two different ways. I could curl them around here all the way to the end, or I can fan them out, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm guessing I'm going to fan them out. You can't get it wrong. If you want to see exactly how the step out is done as far as the line work goes, tanglepatterns.com, you can look it up. But by the time I was done looking at it, I realized that what this is a wonderful framework for embellishing. And since it's got hearts on it, everybody's going to like it. I think I read on Tangle Patterns when I was looking at this that it was like the 56th heart pattern that they have on there. So this is, heart stuff is popular. Okay, so I like that. I like the depth and the shading opportunities that we're going to have here. Okay, so I love the way this looks. I love the way this looks, except I feel like I need something else over here, but I don't want to distract from what I'm doing here. So I think what I'm going to do is borrow from one of her examples in her step out art and do this. I'm going to, again, put echo lines in here. And then on one of her examples, she has little curved lines. Now I have to take my time for this, even though they're simple little lines. Just backward C strokes. If you take your time, it'll turn out nicer. And so one thing you could do is turn your curved line opposite directions, or you can turn them all the same way. That is entirely up to you. Now I'm starting up here in the middle section so that I'm, again, sure of which direction these are going to head. This is something that directionally is tough for me. It's a challenge. But hopefully you guys are seeing that just because it's challenging is not a reason to quit on it. I used to believe there was lots of reasons to quit. There were lots of reasons to quit, but I no longer believe that anymore. And I think yesterday's Zap video was a very good indication of what I mean, that when I say that art has an ugly stage, it certainly does. And mine was in there most of the day yesterday, my tile. It didn't look bad on video, at least for the paint part, but the step out part was not very acceptable for me. See, I love this. And so you could leave this blank. You could, I think I want to put some flux in here. I'm going to do my little border version. I believe this was also on the step out art. Which is there for a reason. It's there to give you inspiration and ideas on the way that you can use these patterns, which is pretty awesome. That way this whole section isn't completely dry, if you will. What else? I think I'll put another one over here. can tell, it does not matter what shape your heart is, as long as it's vaguely heart-shaped. You will be okay. I think I'm going to put my little orb up here at the top again. And make my well curve like that. And that one like that. And I really loved that eddy purr in there. I'm going to put another one in mine because I can. Remember, when you're doing this, hook up your lines, or if you do this, hook up these straight lines pointing at your center point. Okay. I love how that looks. I really, really love it. Okay, so on this one, over here, I want to put an orb over here. Okay, and goodness, how much fun are we going to have with this today? I am going to try what I did here with this Drua, Drillo, Dillo, whatever it is. And, see how this ends up over here. This is one of those tangles that I learned very early on and stuck it in everything. So it's been so long I can't remember the name of it, but I still remember the practice. Okay, that's fun. Let's do... So I wonder what this would look like if I did radiating lines from here. I'm a little bit afraid to try this, but we're going to find out. I forgot to do my first one. And then move out from there. Oops. Well, we're going to have a little mini stripe over here. So this is a good example of having an opportunity. No, I didn't mean to do that, but I did. So now what can I do about it? Well, I could put skinny little stripes up and down here and just sort of even it all out. What? No howling today, Simba? So, as you can see here, what I had planned did not happen, but I took my lemons, I made some lemonade, and I moved on. So don't be discouraged if something goes in a direction that you didn't expect. Take the chance and try something new. And don't forget, there is a special tangle just for those little oops moments. It's called Bronx Cheer. You can look it up. It always amuses me. There's no mistakes, but there are big black blobs sometimes, and Bronx Cheer is just the way to fix those up. Okay, so I really like these. I'm trying to decide negative space or no negative space. So I think for me, I want to do some embellishing also that I saw at her on her step out, and I don't know if I'm going to be doing it correctly. And just put some little wisps. Just skinny little sort of curvy lines that sort of come to a little point. So we put on a few more over here. Let's try pushing out. Well, I'm not having any luck either way today. Okay. Okay, I like that. know I didn't put in much. I'm trying to work on that whole negative space there. And I could have put in a lot more of these, but I want to see what you guys end up doing with your take hearts. So I think I will add some orbs here and there just to polish things off. So for shading today, I'm going to once again use my Koi coloring brush pen in gray. Okay. And I'm going to start with the spots here that I really want to darken. It's going to start down in here and all my little creases and crevices. Okay, so I'm going to blend this out first, and then we're going to see where we're at. See if I can find one of these blenders that does not have pink all over it. Did pretty well. Of course, if there ends up being a little pink tint on this, I'm going to be okay with that too. Okay guys, I'm going to stick my chop in and do some finishing up. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do to dress this up a little bit more. I like where I've gone here, but I think I want to step away from it for a few minutes and take a deep breath and look at it again and see what I want to sort of do from here to sort of give some interest to this. So I am going to see you guys tomorrow for day 51. Thank you guys so much for being with me for the last couple of months. I feel great about what we've accomplished so far, and I am looking forward to the next 50 days. I'll see you tomorrow.